Only cassava self. There are so many extractions and economic opportunity that we can bring out of a cassava tuber.
Alright guys, this very video one I dey see for my screen so now all about APC presidential candidate when they call Bishop Bølà Ahmed Tïñûbū, aka the Emi local master, aka the Jagaban one of the whole universe. My people, wonder shall never end. Now the man I dey see for my screen, so I believe all of you already know. My people, not be smart, according to this man for inside this video, he say make PDP presidential candidate when they call Atiku Abubaka, he say make he come endorse am. I don't understand that. What a folly, huh? What a disgrace. My people, make una relax, make una calm down. Oh, una go watch this very video. I believe all of you already know Atiku Abubaka, the pussycat master. Una know say that man, everything about Atiku na pussycat, carbon copy of pussycat. He eyeball, he movement to everything about that man and pussycat. You understand? Well, according to this man, one I dey see for my screen, so when be like say, man, him dey shake from head to toe. He dey shake for head, he dey shake for ear, he dey shake for mouth, he dey shake for nose, he dey shake for blood. Me and you, sorry guys, this man no even fake kukuma get blood for body. You understand now? He dey shake for everything about this man. Na shaky. You understand? And he get one thing when I want to ask Nigerians, why this man dey always the day after cassava? Is cassava that important? Cassava na wetin be say anybody fit plant, anybody fit harvest am. Me and you know, you understand? You fit plant cassava for your backyard for Nigeria. After some months, you don't understand. Why this man dey always the day after cassava? You know the one measure better thing. Well, my people, this video na long video will be like say me I no go too like take una time because now the video will be like say me since morning. Now in dey shut down the social media and say, well guys, abeg make una watch this full video. Meanwhile, in case you just dey get post dey pass this YouTube channel, guys, my name remain Urom Pikin.
Even my greatest rival today met me with Yaradua. Atiku Abubaka met me with Yaradua. I was one of the youngest, brilliant strategists of late Shehu Yaradua. He was just out of custom that time. Ask him to go and read the civil service regulation. They asked him questions. How did you make money? He said from selling cars. Can you as a civil servant involve in other trade and businesses?
No.
You have attracted disqualification. You don't desire to compete with others. Drawn inspiration, I've said that. My political history is full of examples of long, abiding support for the North. No Ribadu was on our platform. I've supported Atiku Abubaka in 2007.
Jagaban of the North.
Then, don't blame me if I ask for the payback period. It's payback. Let him endorse me now. Instead of conducting rally around Kaduna, why I'm talking to great people here. As you are aware, security is the foundation of resources. I am committed to mobilizing all assets within our national power to secure Nigeria. We did this in Lagos through many initiatives, especially the Security Trust Fund. Though we address many needs of our country, the forces which help to sanitize Lagos are in Lagos. in conjunction with the federal government. When I assumed office in 1999, the situation I met was basically a case of banditry where urban gangs ruled the streets. I returned the state to a state of law and order and rule of law. The state is still there. We will address the welfare and training needs of our security personnel, strengthen our security institutions with modern technology, necessary equipment to better position them to respond to modern challenges that we face in a fast-changing world. Under my leadership, the Nigerian military will receive much-needed injection of training personnel to strengthen the heroic effort of the troops, and we will reinforce them. It requires consensus building. I must say here that restructuring means different things to different people. That's why those who understand, who didn't understand the meaning of restructuring did not even follow up on a very good job done by El Rufai on this. Malam Nasir El Rufai, I thank you for that job. If nobody did. But it should be noted that my aspiration to lead the country is a testimonial for my strong belief in the unity and indivisibility of Nigeria as a country. These, however, are matters that require consultation with critical stakeholders, which include the Council of State, legislatures, judiciary, state government, traditional institutions, and groups like yours before we discuss the state police. I am willing to listen to all opinions to help us arrive at a definite stand that will be in the interest of the country. We will mobilize resources to enhance the welfare of personnel and provide the right equipment and training required for them to secure us all. We will sustain ongoing efforts of increasing the boots on the ground, commensurate to our geography and population. This recruitment will be tailored to suit the need for specific cadre and expertise for each organ of the security architecture. What I can guarantee you is that throughout this period, and I stand before here, I'm making you a promise that will be fulfilled. For us, we are sitting on a gold mine with abundant natural resources, with strategic investment in research and development, and effective management of resources, will we exploit and exploit our resources to the fullest. There is no local government in this country where there is no resource or endowment that can be harnessed for greater economic development. If it is only cassava self, there are so many extractions and economic opportunity that we can bring out of a cassava tuber. Our major economic challenges are underinvestment, the ineffective management, and these are what I am bringing to the table. A good experience, can-do attitude, thinking and doing it. Our economic plan, we utilize the vast natural resources we have through strategic investment in infrastructure, which will lead to the diversification of economy and wealth creation across the country.
I'm speaking as your host and governor of Kaduna State, so I will not campaign for my candidate. But you all know who it is. It is Bølà Ahmed Tïñûbū, and by the grace of God, the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. When the northern APC governors met one Saturday evening and took a position that we insist that in our party, power must rotate to the south. We did so out of the understanding of our sense of history. We always ask ourselves as northern governors, what would Sir Ahmed Bølà do in the circumstances? What would Tafawa Balewa do? What would Aminu Kano do before we take a position? Because we are the inheritors of that legacy. The 19 northern governors and the Minister of FCT are the direct inheritors of the legacy of Ahmed Bølà Sardauna of Sokoto, Allah ya masa rahama. We are conscious of that burden of responsibility, and that is why when we debate to take decisions, we have these illustrious sons of northern Nigeria as our reference point. And we took that position without regard to the interests of some people who insisted that after 8 years of President Buhari's tenure, he should be succeeded by yet another northerner. We felt as northern governors that this is not in our character. We are not like that.
Nigeria is a scam. Hey, nobody